forgot to do mine. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another session of the School of Thought, Lunch and Learn. Today I'm going to make it real quick. Our title today is Create Client Chemistry. Okay, now what is the definition of chemistry when you say that? Chemistry is a branch of science that deal with properties, composition, and structure of element and compound, how they can change in the energy that is released of absorbing when they change. So if I know that definition and I'm saying create your client chemistry, meaning that you have to be in charge in creating the energy for your client to be pleased with your product, to be pleased with whatever that you're selling them, right? It's up to you to create that chemistry. A lot of time we make a mistake. We think the client's supposed to create it when it's actually you are the scientist of your company. You are the scientist of your brand. You are the scientist of your product. So it's going to take you to create that chemistry that will cause the client to absorb the type of energy that comes out of your creation, of your chemistry. So if I want my client to give me a good review or to recommend me with other people or to come back and buy more product, I have to be the one to be in charge of creating that type of chemistry. So I have to go as a scientist to see what is it going to take for me to create the type of energy that's going to cause my client to return. And it's up to us to make that decision or to take the step and learn and get the knowledge how to create that chemistry. What is the ingredients that I need? Kindness, honesty, transparency, respecting of the client's money, respecting the client mind, not respecting their intelligence, right? There's different ingredients that you put into the pot to create that chemistry. Because a client don't want to feel like their money is not respected in any way. And they want to be able for you to offer them a product that's worth their money. They want to be able, and a client may not have a good chemistry. They may not even be nice, right? It's up to us to take whatever they bring, whatever the toxic that they're releasing. You take it and find out how can I turn this chemistry around? Because it's up to you to change the energy. It's up to you what type of energy you release. So they give you toxic, what are you going to do with it? How are you going to use that ingredient and release a better energy that will cause the client to change? I had, for an example, I had a client that had anxiety. One of my brides had anxiety. What about this? What about we do it? And after I speak to her and I gave her clarity, she said, "Oh, I now feel better based on what you told me, based on the things that you made me feel better." So what I did, I create the chemistry, release it to her, and change her chemistry. Now she was able to feel better. She was able to accept my work, right? And was able to, oh, okay, thank you, I feel better. And what happened? What is the end result? A 5-star review. Recommend, oh, I'm going to recommend my officiant or me as a mortgage broker. I'm going to recommend her to you as a life coach, whatever the recommendation is. Right? So you have to be the one and stop expecting the kind of, oh, they did this, they did that. I'm in charge of my company. I'm in charge of my brand. not the client. So when they come to me, it is my responsibility to change whatever the toxic, whatever the mindset, to a better mindset. Yes, you could do all you could do, and some client may never change, but you're gonna have to keep going out of your way, because sometimes you can depart from a client, but do it in a proper way, not in a toxic way. In a way where they still walk away, maybe feel like they're right, and they did. You've done all you could do. Whenever they come down, they could never come back and say, you did this, you said that, you treat them this way. And then you said, well, I treat you this way because you did that. Then that's when you're putting them in charge of your brand. You're putting them in charge, because it's not based on what they do or don't do, but it's based on what you do. I'm in charge of that. So I'm not going to give you charge of my brand, of my product, and then make me turn to something else. Or no, we can't do that. So you take the responsibility no matter what. Yes, ma'am. Okay, we depart. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to help you. So sorry I wasn't able to satisfy. I wish there was something I could have done to make it better for you. If you ever think of anything, I'm here. Walking away, keeping your brand still in the right track, and not to allow anybody else to redefine your product or redefine your brand. So remember that you are in charge of creating your client chemistry. Thank you so much for joining me. And this has been a help to you. Don't forget to share with your friends, neighbor. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube to come back and refresh your mind. So if you need my help in any way, go to hanajosue.com and visit the whole website and see how can I assist you, your team, your leadership team, any team that you have, or your students, to help transform the mind into whatever area that you want your company to go. Okay? So coaching@josue.com is my email. Coaching@josue.com. All right? Or hanajosue.com. Thank you so much for joining me. You have yourself a super week. Until Friday.